I got it.
It's probably how the last team got in. Those sandwiches got down here. Hey, what do you think about tofu?
What?
Tofu, my next food truck. I was thinking, make anything out of tofu. Tofu burgers, tofu fries, tofu milkshake, tofu cheesecake. You know, what else? Tofu cheesecake. I don't know. I thought maybe since everyone's doing vegan now, you know, humans are figuring out they're not on top of the food chain anymore. What do you think?
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Keep thinking.
All good up there?
Yeah. We're secure.
What's up, internet? This week I'm keeping the intro short and sweet because we kind of jump right into the conversation about Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead. Man, 2.5 hours of a lot of shit, to be honest with you. Be prepared for spoilers and a lot of complaining because this movie was just not it. If you like this movie, totally fine, but just know that there's some errors that made it very hard to really enjoy this. But anyways, I'm gonna just start it up because there's no intro this week. We just started the conversation. I hope you enjoy it, and see you on the other side.
Didn't need to happen. Okay, the lady leaving them with the helicopter and then deciding to come back. Like, that didn't make sense to me. Like, see, that's just time added to the movie that you didn't need. And then, okay, so everyone's about to get into a helicopter, and that zombie's not there yet. Not at the top, not on the roof yet. And Batista's just staring at his daughter, smiling,
there,
instead of getting on the fucking helicopter, bro. And then all of a sudden, the zombie gets up there. I'm like, well, your fucking fault, bro.
Nah, I'm about to break the whole movie for you. They fought the zombie on one roof. They flew half across town. The zombie was there too.
Bro, I said the same shit. So he was at the Olympus hotel already, bro?
Oh yeah, he's been there the whole time. That they showed it in the beginning. That's like his castle, the Olympus Hotel.
No,
but you're right. He should have been at the other one too.
Yeah, but they fought him on one roof.
They fought him. They fought him in the casino, and then because she flew across town to go get his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And when they got there, he was there again. King Zombie Lee, it was there again.
Mm-hmm.
And then, not to mention, everything's going good. The mission's about done. And I don't know her name, the mechanic chick that Batista brought along. She decides to start an argument about their supposedly relationship, right? You think right now is the time to do that, bro?
Oh, you mean her? Listen, that whole thing.
Yeah, for nothing. It came out of nowhere, bro. That shit came out of nowhere.
So I turned to Bugsy and said, all right, so their first mission is done. Now it's time to complain about this thing. It's like, just leave. And then the whole way he changed the conversation too was hilarious to me. Because, she was all getting sentimental and he was like, I can't seem to do anything right. But with myself, with you, with Kate. Hold on, where's Kate? Kate, where are you? So he kind of basically, when you pretend you have a phone call coming in, he did not want to have that conversation. And why did she disappear? When they opened the safe, Kate was there in the background. I even rewound the movie. I rewound this movie at 3 different parts or 4 different parts to understand what the fuck happened. So she was standing there, and then she just disappeared and was outside, I guess, sneaking around to try to get to the Olympus. How did she make it out there? She didn't tell anybody. She just snuck out.
Let me tell you what pissed me off the most. When King Zombie showed up when they're at the safe, right? And Dieter and Ghost decided to go back and get the money, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They sat there and looked at it. What are you thinking? Oh, the money. And then Dieter throws Ghost in the fucking... That is Ghost, right? Fucking...
I love that we call him Ghost because I call him Ghost the whole movie.
So, throws him in the safe, and that thing survives a nuclear missile.
Oh, the safe?
And the safe. That survives a nuclear missile?
That's possible. That's possible. That safe is underground.
Okay, when did he get bit? When did he get bit, though?
I ain't seen him get bit either.
Yeah, that's the thing. At the very end, I was like, I guess they want him to go and spread it all over the place because, for one, he should have already turned. If you take into account Batista, how long it took for him to turn when he was bit.
Right.
So you mean that he was able to get all the money, go upstairs, leave the quarantine area, get the car, fix the car, drive away, get the plane, rent the plane, get on the plane, and then start feeling woozy? Come on now. All right, so at this point, is he going to get off and try to kill himself? I doubt that's going to happen. So he's going to end up eating these girls or whatever.
And the plane going to crash.
Yeah.
So
but I know that Zach wants us to believe that it's going to go to Mexico now.
What are the chances that he finds a car that's still working, that has the keys, that has gas, and just drive off, bro.
That should have been the
shit
end.
bothers
Honestly,
me
if
so
Zombie
much.
was playing too, that should have been the end of the movie. The third end of the movie. They should have ended this movie at 3 different points.
It's- this thing was about like 45 minutes too long. It would have been okay if it was like an hour and like 40 something minutes. I think this movie was like a tale of two halves, bro. The first half, it caught my attention, except for the beginning when whatever happens, they crash into the vehicle and then the thing blows up, zombie breaks out. The operator's like, yo, get away from there. Like, and they're still there. And then when they're running away from it, he's like, oh, I think we're far enough. And they start laughing. Something happens in the bushes, and the line was, oh, that scared me. What? That shit, like, it made no sense to me, bro. Like, you're not taking this situation seriously at all right now. And, like, your acting and the writing was just, no, bro.
I even think the juvenile nature of like Roadhead is the reason why the apocalypse happened.
All right,
Yep.
listen, that
I was
when,
waiting
when
for
they
them.
were talking,
I
and when they were
revised my
talking,
clip.
when they were talking, each vehicle, right? Well, the army vehicle, they're talking to each other, staring at each other. So at one point they show the two cars about to collide. You got about a good like a minute before they actually collide, with their headlights hitting the vehicle. Like the headlight is like
can
right in
see
your
it on their face,
and you
bro.
don't see, yeah, and you don't fucking decide to look and see what the fuck is happening in front of you. You just keep talking. Why do you need to stare at this guy while you're talking? You can't look, you can't drive and talk at the same time.
No one talks like
You
that
got
in the
these-
car. No one talks like that.
You got these high beams right in your face, and like you don't wonder why this shit. You're the only car in the road that all of a sudden you have these high beams just smacking you in the face, bro.
See, shit like that just took me out the movie, man.
It wasn't bad, Rod. Like I don't think I hate it as much as Cliff do, but I definitely understand why he did. But like I wouldn't watch it.
The movie ended with Chambers, man. That whole situation with Chambers, he locked the door, turned away. She broke out of the window, so they showed her perseverance. First of all, she was also one of the people who never killed zombies before. So she became like John Wick immediately, which I think was ridiculous. And then the whole thing with the glow sticks, that's the whole idea in that room. They couldn't see anything. So how come now, when they decide to go loud, she's able to see everything and get perfect headshots back to back to back to back? She jumps out the window. Dude is like, yeah, let's leave her. She's long dead. He's like, what the fuck? You did something to her. Whatever. They start running away. She jumps out. You see her now. All right, so 2 things. Everybody's there.
Anything?
Yes. 1, why did she say, hey, he tried to... Let's say
Kill me.
she wanted to die. She should have said, he tried to kill me. And then the whole team is there. Shoot them down. He already got 1 headshot and he's standing there. Like, kill the rest of them, bro. I was like, if they kill this girl, I'm done with this movie.
Anyone get the feeling that like all the minorities were about to die and only the white people were supposed to live?
Bruh.
The whole time I'm saying this movie, like
Right.
I saw every minority just getting chopped down the block, going one by one by one by one, and I'm like sitting there, okay, this what type of movie this is gonna be.
I said it from the beginning. I said, damn, they gonna kill Ghost off first, but he ain't died first, so I guess a dub. I guess.
I mean, he about to fuck all of Mexico City up, so that's not a too big a dub.
Yeah, that was I wouldn't watch it again though. Am I upset that I watched it? Nah, I'm not upset. Like,
Same.
Bruh, the
I
food
agree
truck.
with that.
How many times Bugsy and I talked about the food truck? It was like so. I even recorded that. I'm gonna put it in front of this episode. I have to. The artisan grilled cheeses, bro. Like, this is not the time to talk about the food truck. It's just not.
Let me tell you, like when like the cliche of movies that like really bother me, like where I would have been if I was in this situation, and where the guy's like, "Oh, this is my partner. He'll be accompanying you on this mission." No, he not. I'd have been like, "No, he not."
Mm-hmm.
This movie, I'd have been like, "Hey, he come. We not going at all." Like, come on, man. We all know why that guy's there. Who didn't see that coming? He's there to do whatever some side shit you need him to do, betray everybody. I'd have been like, "Nope, we shutting this shit all down. Unless if he don't stay here, we shutting it down."
Yeah, and then the whole scene, I knew that guy was going to do something to portray, what was it, the coyote at one point when he locked the thing. Like, I saw that coming. Kate being the reason why not everybody died, but she's a big part of it. Because I think they wouldn't have scattered as much and left out. But
Bro,
I think her character and then the way that she forced her way onto the team was kind of ass too.
Yeah, it was, bro. Like, they went through all that trouble. When I knew shit was going wrong, when they finally found her, Gita, and that one chick died right away.
Right away.
That was with her. Yeah, right away. I was like, okay, so they did this shit for nothing, bro.
Yeah, the whole mission was for nothing. I mean, the daughter has some bread now, but how many people had to die? And now Mexico
She
City
ain't
is
even got
fucked as
much.
well.
She got like 10K. That's it.
Bro, when that lady left with the helicopter and like came back, that made no sense to me, bro. The whole time I'm watching that movie when that was happening, I was like, I swear, I hope she better not come back. She better not come back. And then she ends up coming back. That made no sense to me, bro. You could have saved some time by not adding that, or either leaving her there and actually saving everyone, or just not coming back at all, and then everybody just dies. Because that's literally what happened.
Yo, when that timer changed, bro, that was hilarious to me. They had like 26 hours left, and that shit was like an hour and a half.
Yep. But I don't know, man. Like, I'm not a Zack Snyder fan. Like, I don't know. Like, maybe he gets sidetracked with a lot of story, like trying to tell too many stories within the story. But like, that's what it seems like it happens. And it's just some of the dialogue just doesn't make sense to me, and like the action of events, it just doesn't add up to me, man.
The thing with Shades, the conversation when she turned on him, like I understand, like she was trying to seduce him the way to play on his character and him abusing the women, but I'm just sitting there like weirded out the entire time. You know what Exchange I'm talking about, right? When she takes his gun and shoots him in the leg.
He's like, "Can I touch your
You
gun?
want to touch it?" I'm like,
"Oh, you want to touch it?" I'm like, "Bro, come on, bro.
Huh?
Come on."
So that
bro.
was like,
Like, come on, man. Yeah, dude. Like, I wouldn't watch it again, but like, I mean, I would. I guess if you're a zombie fan, like if I was talking to somebody, they like zombie movies, I would recommend it. But like, I would also give them the heads up. It might not be what you expect. But some of the premises of this stuff was pretty cool. Like zombies that are like organized. You got like a chain, a hierarchy. You got the alphas. You got his wife, and then you got pretty much the brainless zombies who do whatever the alpha tells them to do. And then you got the zombie tiger, which I thought was dope. I mean, you have some structure there. I thought they could have worked with, but like that was the first half of the movie, and then it just went downhill like the second half once they got into the casino. It just felt like everyone had their own agenda, and then like it was just shifting over to like everyone's story that you can only fit in so much time, I guess.
yeah, I just
But
wish
I
some
don't
people
know.
survived because it's kind of like pointless. And I understand these
Yeah,
movies
then-
sometimes are grim, but like everybody is dead.
Not every movie needs a sequel too, and like not every movie needs to keep people guessing. Like if you would have just kept Ghost like surviving, him being the only survivor, I'd have been cool with that, bro. Like you don't need to add a suspense. Oh my god, they might make a part 2, they might not. I just don't see like you put this guy through all this trouble. He's locked in a safe, probably wondering how the fuck he's gonna get out of here. Ends up surviving the nuclear missile, and then he's bitten. And then first off, somebody walk into like your place of business, like all jacked up like that, bloodied all over the place, like, hey, I want to rent this jet. Here's some money. You ain't got no questions about that.
Yeah.
You about to let this guy rent a fucking jet, and he's like all fucked up and everything. You're
No
not questioning where the
champagne
blood came
exchange.
from.
But
Yeah.
that's what the money's for, though. Keep quiet.
I guess, but I don't know, man. I just don't need a sequel. I just like the clip said. I would have hoped some people survive. I thought the Save Cracker was probably the funniest person in the movie. I thought he's pretty dope.
Yeah, it took a while for me to warm up to that character because he was just annoying for the sake of it. But I know he's going to come through in the clutch. He's that character. And then there's no Spike Bat. That's what they told me in the previews and in the beginning of this movie. There's no Spike Bat action.
Bull had the chainsaw with him or
It
the
didn't
power
use it.
saw and used it one time. He didn't even use it. They used it to fucking hit the fucking escape.
At the end, what Batista took it to open up the wall.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was expecting some action from him, especially after the whole exchange. It's like, this is my thing. Don't talk to her. Don't talk to me. I think that was pretty cool. But yeah, they didn't do much with that. Yo, when the girl that he liked, I guess, like the Salma Hayek part 2, I guess, Diet Salma Hayek.
Yeah.
The way she died was just way too violent and way
Yeah, where did that
unnecessary.
come from?
That was
bro?
unnecessary.
The bone came out her neck. That was random too, bro. But I mean, I guess
that was
that,
one of the best scenes to me.
I don't know. I guess that's Zack Snyder trying to throw in like a surprise factor there. But like, I had to rewind that. I was like, yo, is that her bone? Like, where'd that come from? I knew she was gonna die. I didn't
But
think
not
as many.
like that.
No,
Yeah,
I knew-
not like that.
Not like
that.
this.
And I didn't think as many people that died in that group. I didn't think that many would die.
Yeah, I thought them two would at least make it, or someone would have sacrificed themselves for the greater good type. I mean, I guess it is his way to like subvert expectations because we didn't expect this to happen, but it doesn't make it good.
And like the whole time, like until they mentioned it at the end. I was like, yo, why is his daughter mad at him? Is he mad at him because he killed his mom? Like, what did you want him to do? Like, he
You weren't
had to,
there for
bro.
me. And I
Yeah.
get that, you know, he left and stuff, but
Mhm.
that's also a weird response. Like, she looks like you, so I left. Oh, don't you think that she would be traumatized too when she look at herself in the mirror? She sees her mom.
Oh man, like I know it seems like I'm bashing the shit out this movie, but like I
No,
don't
because these
hate
people
it.
get paid millions of dollars. No, you got to. They get paid millions. This is the #1 movie on Netflix. This is concerning, man.
I honestly think it's number one because I guess Zack Snyder is on his high from Justice League. Zack Snyder, the Snyder Cut, he's on his high, and then like we said it plenty times before. It's not many new things to watch right now, so anything that comes out new on Netflix is probably gonna shoot the number one. I'm gonna keep an eye on this too. I'm gonna see what the next big Netflix thing in, whether it's in a week or two. I want to see if that shoots at the number one just because it's new. Because I think I want to say that's it. I'm not gonna say because people actually like this movie and watching it.
Was it released this week or last week? I'm not sure.
Friday.
Friday. This
The
Friday.
21st,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
Friday.
let's see what Friday looks. This coming Friday comes like.
Yeah.
If there's something else that is released.
But what are your thoughts on Batista as a lead? I mean, he's been fighting. Give him the critique, man. He's been fighting for these big roles. I just read an article. He turned down this role in the beginning, and because he wanted to do more dramatic roles, I guess taken more seriously. Because he says, I mean, we said this before too. You know what you're gonna get out of action heroes, like action stars. He wants to take more dramatic roles, and he turned down this role because he before he read the script, it was produced shown to him as just you're gonna be an action hero. Then he read the script, and then he saw the part with the daughter, the whole evolution of the character and like the lines and whatnot. So he thought he could do more with that and make it a dramatic role. So maybe that's why some of the dialogue is the way it is because he wanted to show off his acting skills and some of his and the emotional parts.
So the thing with Batista is, he also turned down. I think it was Suicide Squad 2 to try to pitch Gears of War to get that emotional piece. And I think the whole flashback with the daughter and when he killed his wife, I got a little bit of that in there. I mean, but there was no like voice lines. It was just the music and him emoting. So that's one thing I kind of felt when that happened. Like I felt what they wanted me to feel there. But overall, I think it's hard for one in an ensemble cast. And he's been in ensemble cast back to back to back. So he wasn't able to shine really in Guardians of the Galaxy. This movie, I didn't see, he has a solo movie where he's like with a daughter, I think, or I might be mixing that up with the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie.
He got
Anyways,
acclaim with one of the Blade Runner movies, I think 2049, something like
he
that.
had a small piece in that. Yeah, I didn't complete that movie. But yeah, I don't think he's been given the time to shine. I will give him an opportunity. I don't mind that, but this movie didn't really show it for me.
I just think he's big as shit, bro. So it's like you gotta like I don't know, man. Like he's like fit for that action movie role, but I can definitely see he doesn't-
as a
he doesn't
fellow
wanna-
larger person, listen, we can do those things too. I'm not nowhere near as big as Batista. Don't get me wrong, but as a civilian, I'm close. But yeah,
I
let's
know,
not
but
do that.
like obviously you don't want to get typecast, and I see it. I
Right.
definitely do. But like, do you think it's smart turning down these roles?
I think so. I think he can. I think with this Netflix thing, he did say that he wanted to build a relationship there. So if there's something that comes out of this, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, here, if you do this with Zach, you make X amount of money. We'll give you a chance to pitch this other thing. I wouldn't be surprised if, like I said, he spearheads something or the Gears of War thing is put back on the table.
But wouldn't Gears be like an action thing though?
Yeah, but I think it has some emotional beats in there as well. It'd be challenging to try to fit that in there. And then plus nowadays, that's really the vehicle to tell a story is comic books and video game stuff. Like that's where we are, I think, and we're moving into because everything is superhero related and everything is like with aliens and monsters and stuff. So I think there's a chance there, but I want to see something else that's like completely original with him in it.
Yeah, like same thing with you. I didn't see it in the first half of the movie, but like I saw some parts like with the emotes where he killed his wife and some of the daughter scenes. I saw some of that. Like I'm rooting for Batista, man. I hope he does get these big roles that he's looking for, man. 'Cause I'll tune in just to see how he does. But like, yeah, I'm rooting for the guy.
It is tough to see him though. Like you said, he's a bigger dude. Like he's all crying and stuff, and then he picks up a zombie and slams him in the fucking wall. I was waiting for him to Batista bomb somebody. He needs to Batista bomb some people in these movies, bro. So before this, I was a big Batista fan in wrestling. So he needed to do some more of that shit in these movies.
Yeah, but like I said, man, I'm rooting for the guy. But like, I would have loved to see the Batista bomb,
Uh
bro. That
huh.
joke would have probably shot this shit to like at least a 7 for me.
Uh huh.
I'm like, yo, he better grab somebody, Batista bomb somebody, bro.
Yeah, this was
He
like
better
setting
do
up
it.
for a one-on-one between him and the king in like the pool. That would have been a nice scene. Like he had to find his daughter. They took her, kidnapped her, and then like now you got to do this showdown in this pool. That would have been dope.
Yeah, that's crazy because I don't think anyone really got a one-on-one with the Alpha, right?
No, and they
Besides,
they say the thing on his head and keep shooting at his head, bro.
they kept shooting that bull, bro. Only one who got a one-on who threw a fair one with him was Ghost. But like, but before he got thrown into the safe. And yeah, I thought it was leading up to like, it's gonna be a one-on-one showdown. Like I honestly thought the helicopter was gonna take off, Batista was gonna take Bull down on the roof. I thought that Batista bomb on the roof,
Yeah,
but
I mean they
it
fought in the
didn't happen.
helicopter, if you can call it that. He broke his arm and
Mhm.
all that, and shot Tig Notaro in the back. I do want to point out the whole thing with Tig Notaro. I'm not sure if you guys know that the pilot or Peters, this person was, I guess, retrofit into this role
Yeah, I heard.
because of Chris the Shields or whatever. I don't know. He's a predator, so fuck him. They took him out the movie. You can clearly see some of the CGI stuff. There's one scene when they walk into the zombie zone and they're like stacked up on the zombies. You can clearly see the cut out there, and it didn't really take me out of it. But I'm like, this is like a possibility. It looked pretty good. I would say that overall, knowing the CGI pieces were there with her in it. I mean, I think it still looked dope. Because I know they tried to
Yeah,
like take her head off of some scenes or the dude's head and put her head on it, and it was kind of seamless. So I will give them that.
man, that's crazy. I knew they took him out of the film because of that, but I thought they reshot everything. I didn't think they did it the way you said,
I
but
think
damn,
some angles, but yeah, some angles you can
that
see they painted him out.
shit, that's crazy. I might just go back just to, rewind to her parts and see if I noticed that. But damn, I honestly thought they reshot everything. Then I wasn't paying attention to it, but shit. I guess that makes sense though. Yeah, I'm about to go back and check those parts out. Huh.
Yeah, that was cool. I think this is one of the first times, and I can't say there's probably someone who has like a better understanding of when they do these things, but like I said, it looked seamless, it looked great. It didn't take me out of it at all. But I did know it was there, but because I'm always hypercritical of CGI anyway, but it looked nice.
Any hope for Zack Snyder for you? Or did this turn you into a fan at all? Or well, not a fan, but like kind of reinnovate, gain confidence for him in the next film, or no?
No.
No, same, same. I don't know, man. I don't know why it seems like he struggles with story. But I don't know, man. I'm not a fucking producer. I'm not a director. I'm not a critically acclaimed director or anything. I don't know. Maybe he thinks he's doing a wonderful job.
He's great
But
with
like,
action. He's really good with action. If they were doing a Dragon Ball Z movie, hire him on the staff action like scene. I think he can frame action really well. But like you said, as far as the storytelling, I think he just puts a lot of stuff on the board and then doesn't edit it down. It's just there. Let's just shoot this and keep going.
there was an article I read where he wants to produce two more genres, at least two different type of genre movies. I don't know what the second one was, but the first one was a porno, bro. He said a pornographic movie.
Hey,
Somebody said, "How they gonna put the action in that?"
slow motion scenes.
Helicopter scene.
That's crazy, bro. But
Man, 2.5 hours. That was a lot.
bro, rip, dude.
Ron, you were the first one to watch this one, or who was the first one to watch?
Yeah, I watched it first.
Why you set us up like this?
Honestly, I kind of watched it thinking it was gonna be good, obviously, but
Mm-hmm.
then I didn't even know how long it was, giggity, until it was probably like 45 minutes in, and I felt like the story wasn't progressing fast enough, and then I actually paused it for
You
a
hit
second.
that up button. It was like, oh,
Yeah.
hold up.
And then I realized I had 2 hours to go, and I was like, "Oh shit!" But I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't watch it again. I probably wouldn't recommend it, but at the same time, I don't think it was terrible. I don't know. It was one of those things where it was enough to pass time, in my opinion. But it was so many plot holes and so many things I didn't like about it. But at the same time, I wasn't upset that I watched it. I wasn't sitting there like, "Oh my god, I can't," like forcing myself to watch it. I didn't feel like that at all. But I will say that it being stupid long did made it more unbearable though, because it was like, come on, this movie could have been over 5 times by now.
Yep.
And there's so many plot holes. The daughter part was the biggest plot hole to me. Like adding her into the envoy to go inside. Like, come on now, nobody would realistically even do that.
Yeah.
But the first big problem for me was the beginning, like you guys said, where when the guys carrying the convoy, and this is how the world ends, by roadhead and trained military people carrying something that they're not sure about, and they have to be on guard. This whole convoy gets taken out by this, and and realistically, that car would have been lit up before it even got close.
Yeah, I said the same thing out
Yeah.
loud. I was like, this would not have gotten past this part if this was real life.
And I'm sitting there yelling
This
too.
should have ended on the spot.
While he's on the phone, I'm sitting there yelling like, the convoy is compromised. It's compromised. Or the payload is compromised. He's not saying it the whole time. I'm like, tell them that it's compromised. It's like, oh yeah, the payload is compromised.
Yeah, and the fact,
in the middle of the road.
and also furthermore, them being trained military men, and not saying they're gods or nothing, but that fight should have been over on the road. Like, well, whatever your thing was, is dead. This movie should never even happen, because they would have killed that. You told me that thing turned into Neo, just dodging bullets.
Yeah, bro. Oh, when he fought the one thing underground with the red pants, Batista, and it was like flipping all over the place. Remember that?
Yeah,
Hey,
right.
where the fuck? What is going on now? Is this
Right.
an extra type of zombie now?
Yeah, right. This is a different breed, a different strain of
Because
zombie.
the dancer I got, if she fought and she did some flipping stuff, I got that. The queen chick. But it's like a regular dude in jogger pants flipping and jumping over Batista. I don't know.
Yeah, it was weird, and another plot hole that got on my skin is, like you said, when the girl was getting chased, and she jumped through the window. She could easily scream like he's a scumbag. He's setting us up or whatever, and she didn't say anything but run. I was like, come on, this is stupid now. What you came all the way
Everybody
here-
stood back and no one shot
no
and
one
helped
shot,
her.
yeah. And then the god zombie got the metal on his head, which I thought was clever. I thought that was a great use of that. Like, oh man, he's so smart.
Magneto.
Yeah, I was like, that he put this on his head. I thought that was great. And then when they just kept shooting him in the head, I was like, all right, now it's just stupid. So you telling me body shots don't kill him at all? So if I cut off his arm, he ain't gonna be upset. So that was frustrating. I hated that corny use they did of the tiger too. That was such waste of use.
That
of
was
something
so violent, bro. They shouldn't have kept the camera on his head like that. I was like, that's a little bit much. Bugs
No,
was like, that's
I
much.
actually loved it. I loved that they put that in there, because otherwise the scene would have really been wasted. Like they showed this cool tiger to you, and like the first entry of them entering into the zombie zone,
Mm-hmm.
and then almost didn't utilize it. I was getting pissed until that happened. I said, dog, they really did that. Not going to use it at all. Not going to utilize this at all. Like, just going to show it to you CGI style. And finally, when they did get some use, I was just unimpressed. I mean, that was cool that he squished his head like that, but I was unimpressed. I thought we was gonna get some chases with that thing. Like, they was gonna chase him down or be hunting him, and that never happened. So many things. Obviously, you could tell the dude was gonna want to be in what's his name? The agent guy. I'm looking at his name. It says Garrett Dillahunt. I obviously he was going to backstab them, whatever. And you seen that coming, but nobody was keeping an eye on him. After they all said in the beginning about keeping an eye on him, but then no one kept an eye on him, and that was more stupid. Even movies will always have that one protagonist that's in the movie that no one really trusts, but then everyone's always watching that person or keeping tabs of, I seen you do that, or what you doing over there. Nobody did that at all the whole time, so it was kind of annoying for Batista to be the leader of what was going on. It never seemed like he actually had any control of what was happening, and that was also frustrating. And it was clear as day that the daughter was going to want to run it away to do that. So that was just annoying to me in the story. Just for her to die in the end made it even worse, because now I'm like, what the fuck are you writing? Like, come on now. But now you just trolling.
They didn't even ask about her when the plane crashed.
Right.
She didn't even ask about her. She saw Tig, and it was like, call for her dad. Okay, it's this whole time, the reason you risked your life was to save her. You didn't call for her or anything. I mean, she probably saw her spaghetti next door anyway, so that's probably why. But they could have said something.
Yeah, that's so annoying, and I hate that I hate those weak plots in movies, because that would never happen in real life. First off, the daughter not coming unless it's the zombie.
I'm like, tie her ass up, bro.
Right, yeah, unless it's a zombie, the whole world is like that. It's like, she's not safe anywhere, so if anything, she's safer next to me. But I'm not gonna take you into the danger. That's first off. But secondly, okay, let's say she do come. You're not letting her out of your sight. She damn near handcuffed to your arm, and you sitting there rolling about, talking about you gonna make a burrito fucking truck. Like, I'm thinking about, like, come on, man, that was so
Tofu.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what it was. The tofu burgers, tofu milkshake,
Tofu.
tofu
Yeah,
fries.
I I get like what Batista's like trying to do, like what you guys said, like he's trying to pan out his repertoire because he don't want to get typecast. But dude, this was a terrible time for him to try to do that. Like, it was a terrible time. He read that and thought it was gonna be deep, like a deep relationship between the dad, and it wasn't even close. And they try to make it even more complex with the girl they put in their cruise, and they almost gave you no back history of these people, so you just had to assume they had this flame going on. Like,
Yeah, that thing came out of nowhere, and then for him to
Yeah.
kill his wife, I thought it was terrible too. He had to kill his wife and watch this potential flame. Her head completely turned around, like the what's her name from Guardians of the Globe. Yeah, Exorcist and the Joe from Guardians of the Globe. She got her shit turned around too.
Yeah, I just like yet again, but I say all these bad things was like, but I was like, okay, I watched it. It was like it gave me, I guess, what I thought I was gonna get, which I also didn't get enough of. I don't feel like it was enough action, and for it to be an action film,
Yeah.
it wasn't. There was not enough action. There was too many lulls going on, and they tried to put story into it, but then missed so many steps. I just ain't enjoyed the plot, but the action was nice. The CGI was nice. The tiger was probably the best thing that was in there. Not the scene of it, but just that I thought that was super cool. I was like, dang, let's see how they use this, and it never really got used. And,
yeah, that, and then they had a chance to use the money, like how they split the money as a way to build up like tension between them, and then never came either.
Right, and I kind of thought that's where,
because everybody had different amounts. I thought someone was like, yeah, and mention a number, and that was going to be
15,000. Yeah, I thought the same thing. Like, eventually that was going to become a problem, and it never became even like a question. It almost seemed like they didn't even care about the money at all the whole time, and that should have been the main like driver for everybody. Like, you should have seen some type of scene where somebody got greedy and tried to kill somebody or something like that.
Homeboy pulled the grenades off. He didn't even warn nobody. He's like, I'm bit, fuck this. And just, I was like, you ain't gonna tell nobody. Let them get into the elevator, nothing. Okay, he's gonna blow your shit up. All right.
Right, yeah. It was weird.
It's just a lot of pointless things happen. Like, I keep pointing back to this helicopter where she left and came back. And then in the beginning, when everyone's getting together to go on a mission, Goose brings this guy with him. I guess didn't tell him they were gonna be killing zombies,
like,
and then
this shit, I'm out.
Yeah, they brief him, and then he's like, "No, fuck that, I'm out," and then left. Come on, man, you didn't need to add that shit to the movie.
Yeah, right.
The Japanese. Talk about something they shouldn't have added. Japanese.
Yeah, Japanese. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Also, the scene where the first time they run into the king zombie on the roof, and the girl has the head, and she's like, "Trust me, I know what I'm doing." Why are you walking away from the helicopter again? I don't understand. What was your plan? What is your plan here? Like, she had no plan, and then she gets scoped with the pipe and get killed, and then last minute drops off. Like, I don't understand what was her plan. Like, that bothered me too. Like, you got the leverage against this guy. All you gotta do is just be like, "It'll stay back, or I'm gonna drop her," or whatever. She goes towards the bull, and they're like, "What you thought was gonna happen?" Like I hate in movies where they do that, like that stupid sacrifice that literally doesn't make sense. Like something that somebody wouldn't do in real life. Like if a grenade, like so if it's an army movie, right, and they throw a grenade in the room and it's like 9 of them in there, and one person jumps on the grenade to die so everybody can survive. Okay, I understand that. But the stupid sacrifice was like, I'm going to go out there and you guys just get away. They just run towards the cannon fire and get shot up all crazy. And then, mind you, most of the time they're just staring, watching him die anyway instead of running. Like, that always...
This is the complex in these movies, man. They're looking for a way out. This is I'm starting to build a new trope in my mind that these characters who are suicidal, who are looking for a reason, like, here's my exit right here.
Here's my...
And did you guys...
you watched my See Sunday.
Like,
maybe.
Kind of confused me in the beginning of the movie where they get into that quarantine zone or the zombie area, and Coyote's like, I don't know if I heard this wrong. Oh, they don't mind if you walk around the outskirts, but if you go to the heart of it, that's where they start attacking you.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear that? Like, I didn't understand that part. So if you were to walk around here and a zombie saw you, they wouldn't do shit to you. But if you got a little bit closer, they would. Like, that just didn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I thought her character was gonna be like very influential to what happened. Like, I thought she was going to like see to it to the end that people got out, since she had supposed to had the quote unquote heavy burden of losing people every time she goes in there. But if she the way she died,
kept taking them in there though. Okay.
Yeah, like just it was just all over. And I knew the guy, the security guy. look like a rapist security guy.
Oh, I keep thinking it's Shades from Luke Cage. I can't think of his name, his actual name.
What? It's Theo. Yeah.
Okay.
Theo Rossi. Him like I the second they put him in there, I said they're gonna sacrifice Bull, and not even joking.
Oh yeah.
I literally said that. I literally said that to the missus, and then not even joking. 2 minutes later, she shot him. I said, "That ain't take long. Like they ain't even let that build up. That ain't take long."
And they made him the pack mule. I think that was hilarious, bro. So yeah, up until that point, he was just being punked the whole time, but he deserved it. His character is gross.
Yeah. He did. Yeah, obviously he deserved it. Nobody's gonna think twice about it. But it was just like, come on now. But the beginning scene, the world ends off a roadhead. That's obviously stupid. Him taking the daughter inside, that was stupid. Them shooting the dude in the head a bunch of times, that was stupid. And the worst part about the whole movie that really stopped it for me, and I really turned my brain off, was basically at the end. But when they fought the king zombie on one roof, flew across town on a helicopter to another roof, and when they got there to save the daughter, he was there. I said, no fucking way, no fucking way, he ain't that fast. My man riding a horse earlier. Ain't no way High Hole Silver that fucking fast. Cause he would have to go down 50 floors to the ground, to then get on his horse, to then ride probably 2.5 miles across town. No way. But hey, whatever.
Could you imagine being patient on the elevator, just waiting there, like, going down the elevator, going up the other one? Because I forgot, you just said it again, but I forgot about the scene where the girl got scopes and they flew to the Olympus. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, they flew to the other side of town. Like if you watch that scene again, because I rewind that scene to see how far they went. They basically flew across town. But then when they got there, he was there too. And then instead of shooting him with the grenade launcher, he goes, just shoots behind him, and somehow, she like you said, she turned into John Wick all of a sudden. The helpless daughter all of a sudden was giving nothing but headshots out. To apparently a 9mm gun that had 50 bullets in the clip. I don't even know what kind of magazine she got.
That joint had the Resident Evil Infinite Ammo.
Infinite ammo. And I really hate to nitpick in movies, but that's starting to get so annoying too.
They did show Chambers reload, which I thought was like, all right, this is going to be a thing, because she was obviously out of bullets. She reloaded and kept shooting. But you're right, the daughter. How many magazines did she have with her?
Bro, she wasn't even fast reloading, dog. 9 in the clip, 1 in the chamber. She got 10 bullets. She done killed 25 zombies. Okay. Okay. Same thing with the chick that jumped through the window too. She was killed. She was giving them hell though.
Yeah, she was.
That was probably the
That's
best.
That's why I was so mad that they killed her.
Yeah,
like, she was so
badass. Yeah, she gave them hell. She gave them hell.
Mm-hmm. You imagine Bullface, who betrayed him when she jumped through that window?
He's about to shit himself. He's about to shit himself, bro.
Yeah, I bet you he was sick.
All she had to do was just tell him, boy, and start shooting at him, not caring about what happened to herself. Just start shooting at him. That's all she had to do, and they would have got the hint. Then I said this to the missus when it happened, when he was handing the safe cracker the key, and he said, "Ha, that's mine." I'd have said, "Not anymore." The fuck? How you gonna have access that nobody else got? The hell wrong with you? He wouldn't have made it 10 feet in there without me tying his ass up somewhere.
I'd have been on his ass.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have made it. He wouldn't have made it 10 feet in there before I'd have been like, up, and this is as far as you go.
He wouldn't have made it in there if that was me.
I'm on something. I'm just here to make sure things will go okay. I guess you in front then. So you gonna make sure everything okay? You take point. What the hell wrong with you? I'm not walking. I don't even know. And the crazy thing is, Batista ain't know none of these people. He picked these people up off the street.
He knew Cruz.
Well, so
Cruz and Van. That's the only ones he trusts.
Van. Yeah, that's it. Everybody else he picked up off the street. And I'm assuming he knew Bly, the Japanese guy who sent him in there. I'm assuming he knew him too.
No, he didn't know him.
That's the one that
he knew
hired
who he
him
was.
from the.
He knew who he was.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He knew who he was. And that was I'm glad you brought that up. That's another thing that bothers me. Ain't no way this dude served in the military like that and he flipping burgers. He's some type of mercenary. There's no way you flipping burgers after you just was in military. Not to mention now they need you at an all-time high. You flipping burgers? How?
Right.
How?
Right.
I mean, I could kind of get that we have a bad time with our vets. I mean, we have a huge homeless vet population.
We do have a huge issue with that. But I'm saying this dude is top. I'm saying this dude's at the top of the line. This dude's highly coveted. He's a mercenary. This dude is is fucking John Wick on steroids. He was sent in there to extract everybody.
Mm-hmm.
When it first all happened. So you telling me now that he extract people, he ain't got no job? No, that bothered me too. And I hated that I really hated that they made it about the money in the beginning and never pursued that. They never pursued that dialogue ever. Like I really was like, oh man, they gonna start acting crazy when they find out how much money they making. I thought it was gonna be a huge issue when he like, I'm gonna take 15 mil, you gonna take 15 mil, and we gonna give Van 15 mil, and they could split the rest. I was
So
like,
they're gonna give him 5 to everybody else. Okay.
yeah, and then he started lowballing every person he's seen. He just started lowballing them even lower. I was waiting for people to start seeing the money and to start acting crazy. Like, hold on, why am I gonna get $10,000 or you want me to get $10,000 to go fight zombies? Like I was waiting for somebody to do that, and nope, never.
It's the best
But-
2 million I've ever. 2 million. Hold on, what?
Yeah,
If I was a safe cracker, I would need all that. I mean,
Yeah.
I would need all that.
My man with the RNG lock too. When they said that,
Yeah, and the
Bugsy put it out to me
crazy
that it was
thing
RNG
is,
lock.
Tig said that. Tig was basically like, I know if we're doing scale of importance, she was like, I know the safe cracker is obviously the most important because he got to get the money. She was like, but I got to get us out of here. So I'm like, second one, so we might have to, prorate these prices or whatever. And but see, and they never proceeded with that dialogue ever. I just don't think Zack can write stories, bro. Somebody need to take.
See, like if you're not gonna proceed with the money dialogue and fight over the money, why bring up that whole scene? Oh, he's number one. I should be number two. So why bring that whole thing up then?
Yeah, there's a lot of ideas I think that Zack just didn't edit out.
Right. I mean, they could have been hitting that like, yo, we all here for the money. What he here for? And hindsight, when he actually went for the Queen's head, when he did that, I was like, all right, cool. So that's probably what they meant with that scene, but that's still not what they implicated towards the end. Like it never came back again. Like, what's your cut? Somebody could have asked him, yo, what's your cut? What?
Yeah, but like I think what Zack was going for, I think what he was trying to tell, but didn't do a good job with, obviously, is that a lot of them weren't in there for the money. Like Batista's probably in there for her daughter's redemption. The daughter's in there to save this Gita girl. The Cruz is in there to be with Batista. Dieter's in there really just to crack this safe that no one's ever been able to crack. So I just think he tried to like basically say they have their own personal reasons for going in there. Even though they're dumb, it should be the money, but it's not the money. And I don't think he did a good job by telling that.
He did.
This is I blame the Snyder cut on this one because now everything he films that thinks is going to be in a movie here, put it in there because he don't want another Justice League to happen. So I think now his standard is going to be 2.5 or 3 hour movies. I actually have to go back to see how long Sucker Punch because 300 was long as hell. Watchmen was pretty long.
Watchmen long as hell.
Well, he needs these long run times, bro. Anything under 2 hours for this guy, this movie gonna be doo doo. If he directed it, he just tries to tell too much in the short amount of time that he's given. But somebody said in the comments,
what he said in the making of. He's all about iconography, so I think that's his biggest downfall: iconography.
Somebody said they're gonna wait for the Snyder cut for this John before watching it.
3.5 hours. But overall, it seems like if you like zombies, this might be entertaining for you. But if you're just looking for a movie, this might be like just the third or fourth choice.
Yeah.
According to Netflix.
Yeah.
I need to see what goes into that algorithm. Like what makes that number? Is that number one in the world or number one in Netflix? I'm assuming Netflix.
Yeah. Number one on Netflix. Yeah. What people watching now? That's what it's supposed to go up, but it's not always true because they have How to Get a Murder in their top 10 almost every week.
Queen's Gambit was on there for a minute.
Yeah, they always do that. They'll always put something on there that they like have rights to or own. Just be there for weeks and weeks and weeks.
Just gotta check out that SNL episode. She was in there last this week from Queen's Gambit.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I'm not upset or disappointed really that I watched it, but I damn sure ain't watching it again.
My final say was, if you're interested in watching it, go ahead and watch it. I mean, it's not terrible. If I had to rate it, maybe a 6, if I had to, but I wouldn't watch it again.
Yeah, I think that's a fair number.
I just thought about one more plot that that just bothered me. So when the what's her name, Chambers, the one that got chased and broke through the glass, when she died, so nobody was concerned about the gas on her back.
They shot it.
Y'all needed that for the helicopter.
One canister ain't that bad, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, you're right about that. They needed that.
Listen, I would assume you would take exactly what you need because you don't want to carry too much gear. You gotta be mobile.
Yeah.
So when she was dying, I was screaming, "Get the gas canister! Get the gas canister!" And then when they blew it up, I was like, we gonna have a
Yeah, when they
problem.
blew it up, I didn't even think that it was for the helicopter. I honestly thought that's what it was for, just in case some situation go down. You shoot the gas canister, and somebody's
Imagine.
clearly
No,
somebody's clearly in a dying situation. You shoot the gas canister.
That's the new cyanide pill now in zombie movies. Gas canister on your back.
Dave just played too much Resident Evil. That's what that is.
No, Dave got a big brain. That's what that is. That's next level. I didn't even think about that shit.
I honestly thought that's what it was. I was like, so everyone got gas. To Cliff's point, I don't think you need that much gas because you're not going too far with the helicopter.
No,
But I honestly
they were using it for the generators too, though.
see. So I honestly thought I was like, okay, so everyone's basically carrying a gas canister as a backpack. So once they shot him the first time, once they shot that first gas canister, I was like, okay, so I might be right here. This is for like pretty much that suicide situation where somebody fucked, they just shoot the gas canister. But big brain.
In case anybody want to know, that actually don't work in real life. In case anybody wanted to know, that actually does not work.
You're also dropping a lighter on the ground. Like when I see that, I always laugh at it now. Like what was that? Without Remorse?
Yeah.
It wouldn't have happened like that, but it's just so hilarious.
I mean, this was alright. At best. If I ever get a ranking out of 10, I say it's 6. I say it's 6 for sure.
Seems like we all agree.
Yeah, middle of the road.
Yeah, it's middle of the road. Like I didn't hate it, but I also didn't really enjoy it too much. If it was shorter, I probably would have enjoyed it more. If it was shorter.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, that was also bothersome. 2.5 hours of nothingness. A plot error at the plot error at the plot error. You never leave my side. And then she left his side 25 times.
Yeah, she got to be, strapped to the back or something like that. But yeah, I mean, I hope the next movie that we watch is something else. I'm looking forward to it, but then again, I'm not. Because it's going to be so much.
Something comes out June 14th on HBO Max that I wanted to watch. I forgot what it was.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell was it?
We got Loki coming. We about to go watch some Quiet Place 2. So
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited for that. I'm super excited for that.
Hey, you think you're going to be able to watch that next week, Dave? Because we want to watch that joint next week. We have to review that one.
When you guys watching it, Saturday?
Mm-hmm.
I'll try to watch it because I have to be at work at 3:30 in the morning. I'll let you know if I can get an early time after work.
Be sleep in the theater. Let's not do that one. All right, y'all. It sounds like that's it for this episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. We will catch y'all later this week. Make sure you tune in to Twitch for our streams throughout the week. And then, of course, Discord. We always keep it popping. But until next time, y'all take care.
And then when I tried to come back around, it seemed like you didn't want me there, so I assumed you just stay gone. I mean, maybe there's a chance we could still...
Still what?
I don't know. Maybe you could look into college somewhere. We should need money. Open a restaurant, a new food truck. Just have a life. I was thinking artisan grilled cheese sandwiches.
Artisan grilled cheese?
Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a nice idea, but I've spent so long hating you that I can't just turn that off. Sorry. I'm sorry. That came out.